Hey guys, my name is ENIAC and welcome back to another episode of FoolTopia here in City Skylines. Last episode we got the fourth and final industry in FoolTopia, the ore industry, which now means I'm producing every type of raw thing. That's the best word I can come up with for that. Which now means I can slowly start to implement all the unique factories in FoolTopia, so we can really start to build up the industry, provide more jobs, and just make this a super duper amazing place to live. And it's gonna be bliss. It's gonna be bliss. So guys, if you enjoy this and you are enjoying the series, then make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new around here, please make sure you do subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode of FoolTopia. But today, guys, we're doing some good expansions, as always. So this is what we got in last episode, which I thought was really cool. I like all the rocks and stuff like that. It might be a little bit overkill, but do you know what? It looks pretty cool. You gotta admit, it does look pretty cool. I added in a couple more of these little mines stuff like that, so we can start producing more raw resources. So these buildings, it says here, not enough buyers for products. Excuse me, you have a train station right here. But when I get the new unique factories, it will take stuff from this anyway. So that should provide more workers and stuff like that. Not more workers, more demand. There we go. I've been thinking about where I could place down the unique factories. I do have a couple already in. I've got 3, 4. I've got 4. Now, I don't know whether I should move these, because what I'm thinking is I could create... How big are these anyway? What I could do... Actually, no, I won't move those original ones. And I might put around here what's relevant to that industry. But I'm thinking about maybe using this little area here. I'm going to reclaim some land up to this point so we can kind of like bulk it out a little bit. But it's got a... The reason I want to use this area for a lot of unique factories is, one, it's got a subway line, which is connected to get the workers to and from the area. And two, it has a cargo line in. So all the goods that it makes, it can export them really, really easy, which I thought would be kind of handy, which ain't too shabby. And this is something else I realised as well. We built the airport and we've kind of killed off this shipping line. But luckily it can go around this side. I don't know whether to add a shipping line to it. It won't work because, like I said, I've killed that off. But I could slightly trim and move some of the stuff so we can get that line back up and running maybe. I think there is a mod where you can kind of edit it. I might do that instead. It'd probably be a better option. But, you know, what I'm thinking is also get like a cargo harbour on this side at some point. Because it is a long way to... I mean, I know the trains are all hooked up, but it is a long, long way. So you might just kind of create that little bit of an extra boost. But anyway, I want to get this area up and running. So first things first then, we're going to reclaim some of the land. Now, luckily for us, it's going to push the water in that direction. It'll probably go down here as well, but... I think it's quite an open area, and there's not too much built up stuff that it will kind of cause a tsunami. But if I do underneath first, okay, we kind of get to that stage. How much are you going to overflow for me now, boy? Let's fast forward. So I'm hoping it's kind of like disperse evenly. So he say, so he say. So while that kind of just does its magic, do you know what? We'll just do it. We'll risk it for the chocolate biscuit. And let's pick here. Let me pause. So I want to bring this out to this peninsula. There we go. We're going to smoothen the edges off. There we go. Smoothing all that there. So it's quite a large bit that we reclaim. So I'll put it into play mode then. And let it just go kind of crazy. So while it goes crazy with the overflooding that we can now have caused, let's see what we could actually place down. So we've got stuff like the industrial steel plant. Now that's bringing... what's that bringing? It's bringing the metals from over here. How big's the building? It's quite a large building as well. So I couldn't actually get it in there. So, but look, fortunately, this area is quite close to it. So that will kind of benefit anyway. We have stuff like the toy factory, which takes plastics and wood and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. We have the printing press, which is all paper and wood. No, paper and plastics as well. We have that can actually. I mean, I don't know whether I would build that kind of. Do you know what? I'm going to keep it over here because this will be a really cool little hub for industry. I think it will be pretty sweet. Oh, what have I done here? It's like there is no water whatsoever. What's happened? Guys, what's happened? The water should come back when it's had this little moment. So we'll just let it continue. We have then, what was this here? That's printing press. We have the lemonade factory, which is glass and from the crops from the farming industry. Electronics factory. We have the clothing factory. We have the soft paper factory. What does that produce? Soft paper? Is it like toilet paper? Yeah, tissue paper. Printer paper. Toilet paper. I got you. Nice. The car factory, which is going to be kind of dope. Also the food factory. Sneaker factory. Modular house. And we have the shipyard. So much good stuff. Yeah. And what's cool as well is because it has a cargo depot here, it means it could ship goods. So if I needed a bulk of stuff from the farming industry, it can send a train all the way over to here, which will be wonderful. Which I don't know if this industry would do the same, but if it was, I would need a connection just there, wouldn't I? So while we wait for the water to kind of settle, then let me just quickly add or see what I can do for a connection, because it would be kind of cool if possible. So that works wonderful. If I put that in and then we do a slight bend on it just to make it a little bit more natural, yeah, we'll go with that. Right, how is the water? Okay, that's our little shoreline there, which is good. I'm gonna delete, let's pause for a second, delete these connections because they're a little bit off. If you know what I mean. Now, I don't know how much traffic there's going to be, whether I just kind of keep it to these simple kind of connections like this. So if I go up, I want to go quite wide, 40. Just because some of these factories are quite large. Now, I might turn this one into the bigger version of the road. There we go. I'm not sure how much traffic we're going to see. That's the thing, though. So I'm just kind of going to roll with it and just see what happens. If it becomes too crazy, then we might change a few things. But that's 30 across there. So I could, in theory, if I bring that up to there, 70. And a 30. So if I create a grid here, then we'll get it all connected. I'll do a 20. Now it'd be nice to get like some type of curve. Right, 10. That's 12. So if I go 11-ish, yeah, it kind of works. 20 by 24. 23. And this is going to be a bit of a mad one. So 38 by 38 is technically there. I don't know how that works or looks. We could get away with it. We could get away with it. It does mean to do some more terraforming. Or, to be honest, I don't actually know about that. I don't actually know if that's a good idea or not. Do you know what? I'm going to delete them. I'm not a fan at the moment. So we'll kind of just kill that off for a second. So that one across by 40. But we'll make this one do 30. 40. Like that. See, I'm not feeling this grid now, to be honest with you. So I think I'll design more of this side first. Before we kind of implement it over to that side. So go down by 30. There. That would be nice. That'll be nice, mate. That'll be nice. And I think then we should kind of, because they'll be the main grids and we do roads coming off them. And then we should kind of create something that kind of goes over to that area. So if I pick this to there, 35. And that's there by 12. By 12. There we go. That bends quite nice. So that is then 30 up. So if I went 30 up here as well. To, let's go 50. 20. And turn there. That kind of implements that in a little bit more. So we got some areas to kind of play around with. And then we could do stuff. So we'll base everything else off. All the roads off where we place all the buildings. If that makes sense. So what I'll do first is I'm going to select all the roads. So get rid of the trees. So select all these roads. And we'll make them all the same level. There we go. I'll pick these as well. So we'll make these all the same level as this junction there. Ooh, that's actually quite high. Let me undo that. Right, let's try that one again. We'll angle it. Let me see what the angle would be. If I went to there, to there. See, that's... I mean, is that better? We got some dips and stuff. No. How about we just don't do that? That's also a better option. And we try and keep it semi-natural. Yeah. Right, let's bulk the edge of this out a little bit. I'll put it into play anyway. It's this corner here I've got to also sort out a little bit. So let me just kind of go around this a second. And then we'll smooth it all off. There we go. There we go. It's a bit more natural. Get some smooth it on again. I'm using the wrong tool, aren't I? Yep. Zodiac. Yes, you are. Okay, so that's going to go mental again, but that's fine because we can work with some of the other areas. So factories then, let's take a look at the first one. So we have then our industrial steel plant, which is quite large, to say the least. Quite large. But this is something that we can squeeze in from the get-go, just there. Very, very big building. And what we'll do, we'll make all the production rates like as high as we can so we can maximize everything out of these. And it gives us 66 workplaces. That's actually something that we should also look at too. Our unemployment, but then again, our unemployment's pretty low. It is pretty low. And it'd be nice to have like a, I mean, I don't know whether we'd do a bus route or do another subway line. Where does that subway line end? Right. It's a loop from the airport. Oh, I've flooded the airport slightly. So we might do a simple loop around here to get everybody to and from the work areas. Okay, so it's got no power. We know that. We'll look at it in just a moment. So then we've got a toy factory, which I can implement. So we got a toy factory, a printing press. This is a little bit larger. This is a lemonade factory. Can I squeeze this in next door? No, a little bit too big. Well, if I get that just there, I think I'll get all the larger buildings in and then kind of implement all the smaller ones around it. So upgrade that. That provides 46 workplaces. Nice. So let's go for the biggest ones. This is another large one. What's this one again? This is the electronics factory. So do I put that? Won't fit next door. I could pull it there. I'm trying to also make sure that it's freeing for the cargo. So I put that there so the entrance point is down here. Oh, this actually looks like quite a nice building. That provides 74. That's the highest one so far, the amount of jobs it provides. Then we have the clothing factory, which is not as big, but still pretty big. That'd be kind of nice to push it back slightly, wouldn't it? Or I could implement it like somewhere here on the bend. Or just after the bend there. Yeah, just after the bend's pretty cool as well. Oh, actually, do you know what? No, because it digs in quite deep. There maybe? Yeah, we'll go there instead. 61. Let's up that too. I can't wait to get all the like, little car parks and stuff in and concrete the area and stuff like that. It's going to look really, really good. So leave them small ones still. We got the soft. Oh my god, that's huge. This is huge. And it's like an L shape as well. A weird L shape. Wait, where am I going to get this in? Right, okay, this is where it does now come down to these roads. What I could do is I could... Excuse me. There we go. Kind of bring this out slightly. And if I bring it out by 25, could I get away? So I can get away with that right against the edge. And then just sort out the terraform here. So it goes down quite a bit, doesn't it? Now, let me select this and the road. Bring it up a bit. Oh, try that again. Maybe bring it up to there. See, it's a little bit higher. You don't really notice it as much because of the tree line, which is pretty cool, but I want to sort this side out. So bring that brush size down. And bring it out as much as possible. Because the more I bring it out, the more I can then smoothen and make it look natural. Easy, boy. Easy. Look at that. Look at that beauty. If I delete the road a second, pause. Hold on. There we go. And just sort that little clip out on the edge. Would you look at that? Nice! Is there water around here? There's a little bit, but again, they're not fully set up yet, but that's kind of cool. What was this building anyway? Again, I forgot. It is our soft paper factory. It provides... I would have thought that provided more workplaces. Turns out, no. No, it doesn't. And then we got the car factory, which is also huge. Oh, that would have been cool to squeeze in there. So this is actually... We're going to actually struggle now. How big are these ones? That's not that big. That's not that big. That's kind of big, but not too big. So is this... Wow, this is huge, this one. Right, let's try and... I want to get it over here. So let's redesign this area. So... So if I did bring this... Hey, hang on, hold on. Let me do this square again. And let me try once more. Right, so I could get this somewhere like here. But how far does it dig in? Now it does dig in quite far, which is kind of annoying. But let me try something here. So let me select all of that. These 2 points here. And then let me angle them like that. Slightly brings that up. As they're now more in a slant. This itself. Hang on, I'm in the wrong one. This itself I can bring up slightly. Is it bringing it up or bringing it down is the issue? Oh no, it's actually too high. On the front anyway. Right, that's actually a blessing in disguise, because now we can smoothen this off. No issues, mate. It's just a back bit there, but I can kind of solve that because I want to put a road on that side. It's just this little bit here. No, I don't mind too much about the little lip there. which is cool. So what I could do here is have a road very early on. So if I picked it there or here, let's go for here instead. And then I could do a bend. So see, that's better. And we can like incorporate car parks and stuff around it. So then we've got the, what was that again? I've already forgotten what this is. Now this has got to be the record breaker. 86 jobs, yeah. That's the car factory. Nice. Nice. Then we have the food factory, which can be, oh, that can be squeezed in there. That's cool. I like that, mate. Or should we move it a bit further down? Alright, let's place it there instead. And that has the same problem as well. Oh, I'm grabbing trees. I'm grabbing trees. Right, let me just get rid of that. Select them points. Because it follows the flow of the road, doesn't it? So then this, if I brought it up slightly. We'll roll with that. 65 jobs. Up the production. And then just slightly soothen the terrain around it. Okay. Then we've got the sneaker factory. Which really this stuff can go anywhere, but it'll be nice to try and because I can get all little warehouses and stuff around. Right, let's bring this road out to there. We're going to kind of bend it down. So 5. Alright, we'll do a 5x6, that's fine. Straighten. Which will allow me to do something like that there. For our little sneaker factory. 86 jobs, that's as much as the car plant, right? Yeah. No way. That small little building. That's a lot of sneakers being made. Modular house factory. Oh, that's big too. Ooh. Okay, now we got some issues. Guys. Right. See, I could get it in there. Right, if I move this clothing factory. Right, if I put it next door to the sneaker factory. And what we'll do is we'll extend it slightly. So by another 10. There we go. Gotta move this down to match just there. Alright, let me terrain it quickly. Smooth it. How's that? Yeah, we can live with that for now. But what that did was, for this big factory. Now, do I... Yeah, I'm actually going to put it up into here. So we can do stuff around it. Then we have the shipyard, which I feel like the shipyard should go somewhere else. But remember, I've got these two small ones to also add in. So why don't I create... let me zoom back in. Like a little middle point just there. And that one fits in wonderfully there. Then with the printing press, which I feel like should be... See, that could be squeezed in there. But we could get it just here. Oh, there's nothing really going on over here, is there, to be honest? Just there. Wonderful. So it's just the shipyard that I'm now missing. Oh, there's a hiccup there. But we could get that somewhere else. Which will be kind of handy. Like, there works as well. Or do I save that for if I do an export area? I could implement that in somewhere. Maybe I save it for that. Right, let's just get these guys all up and running. We'll get the water connected. Because there's not that many buildings, I might just kind of pander to it all. And then power. It's not really going to be connected, and it's going to need quite a bit of power. So I could do... Oh man, would I place down a Tesla Gigafactory? How big is that? It is quite large, but that would also be quite cool to squeeze in, wouldn't it, and have it in here? Like Tesla's got its own Gigafactory in our area. It all just comes down to where would I place something like this? Like I could drop it there. And that. And if I just kind of like put the anarchy on. Oh, that's not even going to work. I was hoping I could squeeze in and connect them up, but no, it doesn't work. What's going on? I can't bulldoze. Is it because I'm underground? Yeah. Alright, bulldoze that. Unless we're going to have to connect it the old-fashioned way, boys. By power lines. I mean, that's fine. Connect it straight over. Because maybe at some point I implement more zoning factories in. Oh, is that enough to connect? I don't think it is. Oh, yeah, is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, sweet. That needs water. It's not fully connected up. There we go. So yeah, it's a very basic factory area, industrial area, as you want to call it. So we're getting 66 people, passengers a week using that at the moment. We do have some traffic lights here on the highway, which is fine. A couple of vehicles using that. Train coming in. So this is importing the goods, obviously. That's needed for this area. Ooh, we got a couple of trains coming in. Nice. Okay. Now, I do have this mod that I've only used once, and that was in the Oil Town series that we did when we built the university. So I'm going to try and use it today. I had this car park kind of road mod. Not sure if it works well or anything like that, but it allows me to kind of build roads, because I could do like this basic one here, which this is simply so zonable parking, one driving lane, if that makes sense. But I've also got this style as well, where you can get multiple car parking lots in. But I think we go with the larger version. Like, I brought that out so far. You see how we can get parking in right now? And is that the style? Look at the size of these, man. These are huge. So it's a 4x2. We need to extend it a little bit further, don't we? Where's it gone? I've really lost where the fingers. So that's at 4. That's a 58. Let me try it with this one. So if I drop that in there, what fits in? See, that don't quite fit in. That would there, but it doesn't. It kind of just doesn't work. This is why I don't really understand or get these that much. Whoa, what am I doing? Boy, calm down. See, because I can go down that route, or I can just place in manually. So I don't fully understand these, that kind of setup. But I do have like these standard car parking garages anyway. So if I got a couple of these in, there, and if I get this small road, just to kind of go around it. Like that. And then is it possible to have that one go around as well? And just connect there. I don't know if it's going to cause traffic or whatnot. But where's my other car parks anyway? I think it falls in the park area, doesn't it? Yeah, so I can like get all that. Oh man. Kind of like mimic it in this area. So it doesn't look too bad when you do it like that. I don't know about these roads though. I might stick to the normal roads. And do you reckon that junction being there is a bit too much? I think so. I think so. So a couple of car parks there. And then we can start to like concrete the area off. This is something that we will probably do over time as we kind of build up this area. Because we don't fully know how it's going to be used, how it will be intended to be used. Because I would like to get some extra zoning over here as well. So like offices and industrial stuff. To kind of bring it to life a bit. So let's get rid of the trees for a second. So you just kind of get a feeling for how it's working. I think I'm going to delete this one. There we go, as you kind of get these areas set up. And it's just like you want to intertwine other stuff around it, if that makes sense. There's a lot of stuff that we would have to do to it, to these areas. But it will all eventually come together anyway. So why not just do, you know, zone up a few little bits and bobs. So if I went offices, for example, in this area. Let me just delete this again and just quickly pause. So if I did offices like in that radius, we have an industrial demand to kind of take it up. Which, is it going to cause power issues? Yeah, slightly. I'll kind of quickly take the power from over there. And how is this now? It's going to 21. We had 66 at one point. But if it can provide some now jobs, and we'll do like some offices, some industrial and stuff like that, and start to bulk this area up a little bit, it should start to bring it together quite nicely. And it'll be surrounded by this is where then I have to like think about, yo, Seniac, you need to do this water grid a whole lot better. There we go. So it just takes time now to try and simulate it. But 11,000 profit, 5,000 profit, no profit just yet. Go wait for some plastic to come in. No profit just yet for them. 10,000, 15,000. Look at the profit we're getting off some of these buildings. Holy smokes! So we're definitely making some money. Look how slow it is now, the simulation. Damn, son. That's what I mean. It's going to take a while to kind of get it all up and running. But we'll use these two here as the test run. So if I did the same here, just concrete off for now, because we can put little plazas and like little parks and stuff in around the area. But until we kind of get it all up and running, this is kind of like the test run, in a way. So I want to keep it semi-freeing. That'll be a nice little, make sure it's got water in that section. Nope, it's not going to. Provide more jobs over here. And the good thing about it is because it's offices, there isn't really traffic to the building. It's just like workers. And they mainly like to travel via public transport. But it would be cool to get that little, you know, loop. If it needs to have a loop of like a bus route going through. But yeah, it's going to take some time now to get this all up and running. But it will be pretty cool. Let's zone the area anyway. So, you know, it becomes a little district. So I wonder what it's going to, like, naturally call itself. Glade Heights. Okay. Glade Heights. I'm liking that we got some demand, some, like, you know, growth demand, too, that we can really work with. That's going to be pretty cool to kind of mess about with. Right, let's concrete some other areas. I don't want to do every area. I want to keep some quite open and natural. But certain areas, certain sections I will. Because I also want to get some warehouses down too that can hold and store goods close by. So we can like bring a big bulk of stuff over here. And it can all be stored. But like these are also quite large buildings as well. So I'm really going to have to kind of like mess around with this. So if I did one there and for example there. Now these two buildings here, plastic, glass, metals. Plastic and glass. So one of them will be beneficial to store. Glass. There we go. Plastic, glass. Okay, we'll go with plastic on this one. There we go. Nice. And then we do a couple on this side too. So plastic, glass, metals for this one. There we go. And the other one needed crops. So first this one as to being crops. Is then, oh, there's no crop section. So we can go farming product. There we go. Is that classed as crops or not? Because we don't really have a crop one, do we? But yeah, it kind of, one, again, provides jobs. But two, it means they can have their goods that they need to produce the unique items a lot closer by. And it then starts to bulk up the area. You know what I mean? So, trees, get rid of these, get rid of them. And them for a second. I don't know why I didn't concrete this little section because I'm adding some more warehouses now. There we go, there we go, there we go. So we get to work with a couple of those. We're still way too big for this area. I'm going to do 2 there. I'll do 1 there, like that. And get 2 smaller ones set up nearby. So that needs metals. We have a metal one nearby, don't we? Yeah. We also have crops, paper, petroleum, plastics. So this one I'll do paper. This one I'll do petroleum. And even though we've got a plastics one nearby as well, there, we'll set up the other one to be plastics too. And that should naturally also be ways in which we are now incorporating the power to connect. Which is cool. Cool, cool, cool. Plain timber, or plain timber, we have... right, we'll do... What was these two again? Animal products. There we go. Can we get an animal product one in? Yes. Plastic, crops, animal products, paper. We'll get paper on this one. So you can see how then we slowly build upon it. We'll get there eventually, guys. We'll slowly get there with all this area. Right, we'll do this last little section now. There we go. And then we'll drop a load of warehouses in here. Ooh, that would be kind of cool to squeeze in. Can I get another one in? Now, how does that look in terms of against the building? Oh, it's not bad, is it? It's actually not too bad. If I push that in a bit. Right, I feel like we could get away with that. And then place a little one there. So that needs planned timber. Or planed timber. I keep calling it planned. Glass. And then we do, because you've got plastics other ones nearby, we do smaller plastics in that one. And that needs water as well. So you can see how it slowly comes together, this whole section right now. And hopefully over time it starts to become more flourishing. And around these big unique factories, you have the little smaller offices of the independent businesses. Starting to get a few more passengers now coming via the subway route. This little export area is being used a little bit more, which is cool to see. So hopefully it all goes in the right direction, and just generally it's going to make us more money over time because it's unique products going out. So it looks like I need a bit of garbage, but I think the garbage truck is now just driving around nearby. We have a few little traffic hiccups here and there. But maybe what I could do is kill off the traffic lights, but sort out the junction restrictions. There we go. So they just kind of fly through. There's no stopping for them. I could set up some giveaways. That's probably the better idea, wouldn't it? Or, you know, you do a roundabout. That's probably the next best option. But I won't mess around with it yet, these junctions and whatnot, just at the moment. Because again, I'm still going to be working on this area. It might turn out that I completely move this cargo depot to over this side. So we're not having that crossover, or even kind of create a bridge going over to this cargo depot, because again, you only really need to come in to this area. I mean, we can set it up somewhere. We can do something that kind of incorporates a better junction, but I've got to get all the extra warehouses in and all this zoning, so when I fully know where stuff is, I can plan that junction a whole lot better. But yeah, now these little offices are being placed around. It's actually looking not too bad. It's quite worrying that it's given us such a high commercial and industrial demand, considering only 4% of the whole population is unemployed and we don't have that many people for jobs. So that's actually quite worrying that they want more jobs and I'm not getting the workers, if that makes sense. But it is what it is at the end of the day, isn't it, guys? It is what it is. You can kind of see it from is it the warehouses that display it? Yeah, 23 out of 33 workers. 37 out of 60. See, they're not being fully worked on, but we'll see how it goes anyway. We'll see how it goes. We've also got the demand for residential, so we can always pump more people into the population anyway. But guys, we're going to end it for here anyway. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good.